In terms of Devin Nunes and what we learned now from the Intelligence Committee, he came out earlier today, just before the briefing, and said that there was incidental collection of intelligence of people who were associated with the transition during the time between the election and the transition. Of course, the president has talked about this idea that he was wiretapped, Shep, and now this kind of advances the ball just a little bit. But we did know that there was potentially incidental collection of intelligence of people involving the transition, going back again to Michael Flynn, because they had recorded conversations. This is the intelligence community of phone calls between Flynn and the Russian ambassador to the United States, Sergei Kislyak. So we asked John Spicer about that. Let's watch that exchange.
Didn't we already know somewhat of an effective job?
Flynn was monitored in his conversations with Kislyak.
Right.
So we knew.
Again, I guess my point, John, is I don't know. He made a statement, went down to the press. Until we get briefed on this, until the president gets briefed, I don't know what he knows. And so to ask, until that occurs and until we have the ability to share some of that in an unclassified nature, I don't want to get ahead of it. I don't know what he knows. That's why apparently he's coming up to share his findings with the president. At least that's what he said. Again, let's wait and see how this unfolds.
Right, so Nunes is coming up here. We don't know when, but he is going to brief the president on what he said earlier today. I'm sorry, do we have that piece of sound from Devin Nunes that you want to run? Yes, no, we don't. But Devin Nunes said that he had been told that there was incidental collection of intelligence of members of the transition in between the time of the election and the time of the inauguration. Remember, Shep, the president has said he was wiretapped, or maybe it was broader surveillance. But we always suspected this idea of incidental collection, because how else would Flynn's name have come up in relation to the Russian ambassador of the United States? Shep?
It's hard to overstate how much trouble this would cause legislatively for the president if, in fact, this health care bill does not pass. It's the first major thing on. The vote is on Thursday. If they don't get this through, is the legislative agenda in jeopardy?